In the heart of the dense jungles, there once thrived a kingdom named Zantara. This realm was under the iron grip of a cruel monarch named Victor. The citizens of Zantara suffered greatly under his rule, burdened by crushing taxes, harassed by brutish guards, and silenced, unable to speak freely. But Zantara had not always been a place of misery. Long ago, Zantara flourished as a joyful and harmonious kingdom under the reign of its true ruler, King Roland. King Roland cherished his people, tirelessly seeking ways to improve their lives through thoughtful planning and open dialogue. Beyond his role as a wise leader, he was a devoted husband and father, deeply loving his wife and their only daughter, Amara. All was well until treachery struck. Victor, then the commander of the royal army, plotted against the king. With cunning and secrecy, he sowed seeds of rebellion among the nobles and knights, exploiting their greed to turn them against Roland. It didn't take long for Victor's scheme to succeed. On a fateful day, he betrayed the king, ordering Roland and his queen to be seized and thrown into the castle's dungeons. "You vile traitor!" Roland cried as Victor declared, "No! I am the new sovereign of this land, I, the mighty King Victor." Amid the chaos, he bellowed, "Guards, capture the princess!" The soldiers chased after 5-year-old Amara, but, as if by magic, she vanished without a trace. Days turned to weeks, and despite their efforts, the guards could not find her. Fearful, they reported to Victor, "Your Majesty, the princess fell into the river and drowned while fleeing." Victor smirked. "Excellent. With Roland's only heir gone, Zantara is mine alone." Elsewhere, a voice spoke with pride. "Well done, Amara. Your training is complete." "Thank you, Master," she replied. "When doubt clouds your mind, Amara, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let clarity guide you," her mentor advised. "I will, Master," she vowed. "You are ready to return to Zantara." In a village, a gruff soldier confronted a young boy. "Hey, kid, what's in that sack?" "Just some bread for my sister," the boy answered timidly. "She doesn't need it. Hand it over," the soldier demanded. "No, she's starving, please," the boy pleaded. "How dare you defy me?" the soldier roared, raising his fist. Suddenly, a figure stepped in. "Using your strength to intimidate a child? How brave!" a voice mocked. "Who are you? Get out of my way!" the soldier barked. "Enough of your tyranny over the innocent," the figure retorted, swiftly disarming him. "Go tell your king his rule is nearing its end." The soldier fled, and the boy, wide-eyed, called out, "Wait!" "What's your name?" "Call me Zara," she replied with a smile before vanishing into the shadows. "Wow! You're a hero, Zara!" the boy exclaimed. Word of Zara's heroic deeds spread like wildfire. The people whispered of a mysterious savior who appeared after dusk, protecting the weak and challenging Victor's regime. "Who is she?" they wondered. "Her face is always hidden," others noted. Children idolized her, play-acting as their hero. "I'm Zara!" one cried, mimicking her bold stance. "Tell your king his time is up!" Soon, tales of Zara reached Victor's ears. "Who is this Zara, daring to defy my soldiers?" Victor thundered. "Sire, it's not a man, it's a woman," a trembling guard clarified. "A woman?" Victor scoffed. "A mere girl is causing chaos in my kingdom?" At that moment, Lord Cato, the Minister of Public Affairs, a title that was a hollow formality, raised an eyebrow. "Pardon, my lord, but if Minister Toru could tell us when she strikes, we might plan our defense." "She only appears after sunset," Toru reported. "Yesterday, a soldier collecting taxes felt watched during the day. But nothing happened. That evening, as he carried the gold to the castle, she struck, leaving him bound." Kaito's lips curled into a subtle smile. That night, on a quiet road in the town square, Kaito sensed a presence. Turning, he grabbed the figure's wrist, meeting her gaze with a knowing grin. "Princess Amara," he said softly. Startled, she demanded, "Who are you?" "How do you know me?" "The mark beneath your eyes," Kaito replied. "It mirrors the stars of the Great Bear." Amara's eyes narrowed, and in a flash, she pinned him to the ground. "My brother trained you well," Kaito chuckled. "What?" she gasped. "When you fled, my brother Hiroshi left Zantara. I suspected he saved you, but I dismissed the thought, until tales of Zara's vendetta against Victor's rule brought it back." Amara stood, wary. "Why are you here?" Kaito rose, dusting himself off. "Hiroshi and I swore to protect King Roland and his family. When Victor seized power, I faced a choice, join him or die. I chose to live." hoping to free your parents from the outside. Hiroshi, unaware of my plan, took you and vanished. I've waited for a chance to act, and now, with you here, that chance has come. I want my parents freed, Amara said firmly. Prove your loyalty. How can I confront Victor without endangering them? Kaito outlined a plan. Victor, vain and theatrical, performed an annual play reenacting his conquest, casting himself as a heroic leader. He starts the performance alone before other actors join, Kaito explained, sharing the date and time. Amara nodded, a plan forming. On the day of the play, reluctant citizens gathered before the stage. Nobles and knights filled the front rows, drums sounded, and the curtains parted, revealing not Victor in triumph, but Victor bound and gagged, with Amara seated on the throne. Gasps filled the hall. Is this part of the show? Someone whispered. That's Zara! Another cried. Murmurs grew as Kaito ascended the stage. This marks the end of Victor's tyranny, he declared. Behold your true heir, Princess Amara. The crowd erupted in cheers. Our princess, they shouted. A knight bellowed. You think you can seize our king and we'll do nothing? Guards, secure the dungeon where Roland and his queen are held. Amara smirked. Try it. The hall is locked, and my parents are already being freed. The soldiers hesitated, then dropped their weapons as ordered. Victor, furious, spat, You tricked me! Amara leaned in. Your mistake was underestimating a girl. Victor and his loyalists were imprisoned. Amara reunited with her parents, and Kaito embraced his brother, Hiroshi. Zantara's people rejoiced, their kingdom restored. Amara was crowned, ruling with justice and wisdom by day. But when night fell, she would take a deep breath, don her cape, and venture into Zantara's shadows as Zara, the hero of the people. Hail, Zara! The children cheered, their voices echoing through the jungle. How can I confront Victor without endangering them? Kaito outlined a plan. Victor, vain and theatrical, performed an annual play reenacting his conquest, casting himself as a heroic leader. He starts the performance alone before other actors join, Kaito explained, sharing the date and time. Amara nodded, a plan forming. On the day of the play, reluctant citizens gathered before the stage. Nobles and knights filled the front rows, drums sounded, and the curtains parted, revealing not Victor in triumph, but Victor bound and gagged, with Amara seated on the throne. Gasps filled the hall. Is this part of the show? Someone whispered. That's Zara! Another cried. Murmurs grew as Kaito ascended the stage. This marks the end of Victor's tyranny, he declared. Behold your true heir, Princess Amara. The crowd erupted in cheers. Our princess, they shouted. A knight bellowed. You think you can seize our king and we'll do nothing? Guards, secure the dungeon where Roland and his queen are held. Amara smirked. Try it. The hall is locked, and my parents are already being freed. The soldiers hesitated,